From downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Old July sunshine has come busting out. Afternoon baseball, and things are heating up.
Plus, person of interest, the man believed to be connected to Danielle Stizlicki's disappearance, is back in the courtroom. And tragedy on Detroit's east side now. An 8-year-old boy has died from suspected alcohol poisoning. This all happened on Conley Street. This was around 1:30 this morning. The boy has been taken to the hospital, and that's where he died after going into cardiac arrest. Local 4's Jason Colthorpe has been working on this developing story for us this afternoon. Jason, what have we learned?
Well, we've learned, first and foremost, the mother of this boy is just completely distraught, as you might imagine. She was not here when this happened, according to a family member I talked to. She was working an overnight shift and has been at the hospital throughout the morning as this plays on. But certainly, as family gathers at this home on Conley, it's definitely difficult for them to deal with right now.
Police say EMS were called to this area of Conley around 1:30 a.m. for a sick boy. The 8-year-old boy seen here may have gotten a hold of someone's cup containing alcohol and drank it, according to his grandmother, who lives at the home. The boy was rushed to the hospital, where he fell into cardiac arrest and died. Neighbors are feeling for the family right now.
You know, this has to touch your heart somehow. If you have children and you love your children as much as any other real parent would, you know, you would feel the same way I would, you would, you know, you would anybody that has kids.
Yeah, emotions are pretty raw out here, and this investigation still ongoing by police. Again, this just happened this morning. Right now, an autopsy is being done on that 8-year-old to see what the official cause of death was. Evrod?
Jason, just a sad story all around. As parents, you can definitely feel for the parents in this situation. I know it's a little bit early right now. Family members still grieving. The community still just hearing about this for the first time. Is it too early to know if anyone is going to be charged here in this case? Do you know?
It is a little bit early for that. Police say they want to get this investigation done and find out exactly what happened. Still some unanswered questions whether this boy just was able to found this cup, or maybe someone gave it to him, but it was a drink that was made by an adult, they believe, and somehow this 8-year-old ended up with it. They want to nail this down and nail down the official cause of death before they go down that road.
Right, waiting that autopsy result. Still, family grieving the loss of this child. Jason, thank you for the update. In other news now, an investigation is underway after a deadly shooting on Detroit's east side. The shooting happened overnight on Madeline Avenue near 7 Mile and Gratiot. The man's body was found around 8 this morning, but police believe that he was left there overnight. There's no word yet on what led up to this shooting, but if you know anything, please call Detroit police. Floyd Galloway, the man named a person of interest in missing 28-year-old Danielle Stizlicki's case, was back in court this morning. Galloway was in a Livonia courtroom for a probable cause hearing. The 30-year-old faces sexual assault and kidnapping charges after an attack that happened last September at Hines Park. Galloway will be back in court August 1st. That's where he'll have a preliminary exam for that case. Congressman Steve Scalise is back in intensive care this afternoon. Scalise and 4 others were shot when a gunman opened fire at a congressional baseball practice back on June 14th. After having several surgeries, he was transferred out of the ICU on June 22nd. But unfortunately, his condition was downgraded from fair to serious last night due to new concerns about an infection. He's back in ICU again. Another update is expected later today from his hospital in Washington, D.C. Of course, we do wish him well. A 27-year-old woman was arrested overnight after she stunned a Detroit police officer with a taser. Police say the officer was responding to a call around midnight last night when the woman approached the officer from behind and shocked him in the arm. The woman then started running away, but was tracked down and arrested after a short chase. That officer was not hurt, and there is an investigation underway. 2 new developments in the showdown over the new Little Caesars Arena. First, we've learned an initiative is underway to allow Detroit residents to voice their opinion on the use of public funding for the Pistons move downtown. Now, it would place a question on the ballot asking residents to repeal the recent ordinance. The move is spearheaded by activists Robert Davis and John Love. The pair have until August 15th to collect the 4,000 signatures that they need to get the question on the ballot. Now, because of the ballot drive, they want to drop an earlier lawsuit. Turning to the forecast now, Brandon, I got a call from my son earlier. He wants to go to the pool because he's like, it is too hot out here, Daddy.
Thumbs up, Malachi. We're swimming today. In fact, it's one of those days that we dream of all winter long. The heat, the sunshine, ball game this afternoon. We're at 82 degrees right now, but the clouds are really beginning to thin out. So we're going to warm up quickly and may add another 8 degrees or so onto our current number. North wind is 5. We have areas like Lansing that have been seeing more sunshine than we have at 86 degrees, but 82 a pretty uniform number. Ann Arbor, Pontiac, Lapeer, Port Huron, all at 82 degrees. Dew points give us a measurement of humidity in the air, and we're starting to see some low 60s. Dew point temperatures in the low 60s. That means humidity is up just a little bit today. It's still fairly comfortable. We're going to feel the humidity even more so tomorrow. But here are your afternoon numbers, and this goes for anything that you have going on. Giants and Tigers at 110 and 85 degrees at 1 o'clock, again with more and more sun. Sunscreen, apply, reapply. Upper 80s to maybe 90 degrees through the afternoon hours. We are tracking some shower activity up in the UP, and as we take a look at the clouds and radar with this, we see the clouds here are thinning out. We get a few hours of sunshine, and although that is a great thing, it also can destabilize the atmosphere and can't rule out an isolated pop-up thunder shower with the heat of the afternoon. We'll take a look at that and increasing rain chances for your Friday. We have your 4-zone weather always updated for you. You can find your zone, find your 7-day on the weather tab. Click on Detroit.com.
Alrighty, Brendan, thank you. Just a little while ago, President Trump landed in Germany for a highly anticipated meeting with world leaders, including Russian President Vladimir Putin. President Trump's visit to Hamburg, Germany comes after his pledge today during a meeting on the Three Seas Initiative in Poland. The initiative is an alliance among Eastern and Central European nations. They're trying to reduce their dependence on oil and gas supplied by Russia. President Trump agrees, pushing for fair trade.
The United States is firmly committed to open, fair, and competitive markets for global energy trade. We are sitting on massive energy, and we are now exporters of energy. So whenever you need energy, just give us a call.
And in the wake of President Trump's meeting with Putin in Germany today, the president is reportedly distancing himself from Russia after getting information that Russia meddled in the 2016 election. Here at home now, a Novi police officer is out of the hospital after last night's crash. That happened around 10:30 at 8 Mile and Haggerty, and that's where a 2-car collision sent 2 people to the hospital, including that Novi police officer. That officer was treated for minor injuries and was released last night. Northwood Township Police are investigating that crash. And on Detroit's west side now, an armed robbery suspect back in custody after escaping from police. The 24-year-old man was arrested Wednesday afternoon during a warrant sweep. While being processed at the 6th precinct, he was able to get out and break out of his handcuffs and run away from police. Officers were able to find him just before 8 p.m. last night, a few blocks away from that precinct. So replacement pipe for the 15-mile sewer collapse in Fraser finally is ready to be installed. The collapse formed a sinkhole beneath 3 homes on Eberline Drive just off of 15-mile road on New Year's Eve. 3 homes on the street were condemned and 2 have already been destroyed. A 9-foot 2-inch diameter pipe will be used to replace the collapsed pipe and will line the inside of nearly 4,000 feet of pipe just east of that collapse. All right, coming up right here on Local 4 News at noon. Sentenced to silence, why a federal judge told a pharmaceutical executive to be quiet for the duration of his trial. Plus, the threat of action, who's warning North Korea about missile launches and what the U.S. will do if necessary. And new information on the terrible shooting that took the life of a New York City police officer. And then today on Local 4 News First at 4, United Airlines is apologizing now for another customer relations problem. A 2-year-old seat is given away to another passenger. That little boy forced to sit on his mother's lap for 3.5 hours on a 3.5-hour flight. The big question is, what would you do if you were in that situation, and what should you do? Our very own Paula Tutman will have a customer battle plan for you, and that's coming up first at 4 with Karen Drew. All right, welcome back, everyone. Vice President Mike Pence will spend the day at Kennedy Space Center. His visit could provide new insight into how NASA's goals might be changing. Last week, it was announced that Pence will head the newly reestablished National Space Council. And as head to the council, Pence will update President Trump on NASA's space exploration program. The council, which was recently revamped by President Trump, has already canceled a trip to an asteroid and is proposing to eliminate some of NASA's climate change work. New York City's police department is mourning one of their own who was gunned down while on duty. Investigators say Officer Miosotis Familia, who is pictured here and is a 12-year veteran of the police department, was ambushed while sitting in her patrol car on Wednesday in an unprovoked attack. As Familia's partner radioed for help, another officer ran after the shooter, identified as this man, 34-year-old Alexander Bonds. The cop shot and killed Bonds when he drew his gun at them. A silver revolver was recovered at the scene, but it's unclear if that was the gun that was used to kill Officer Familia. The U.S. ambassador to the United Nations warned that the U.S. will take military action against North Korea if necessary. It was during an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council that Nikki Haley said North Korea's intercontinental missile test launch raises the threat of military conflict. Haley called North Korea's breakthrough test launch alarming and said the U.S. is prepared to use all of its capabilities to defend itself and its allies. A federal judge now has ordered pharmaceutical executive Martin Shkreli to be quiet. The judge has told Shkreli, who has been nicknamed Pharma Bro, that he can no longer tweet or talk publicly about his fraud trial. Last week, Shkreli reportedly insulted witnesses and called the U.S. Attorney's Office junior varsity. He is best known for raising the price of an HIV drug by 5,000%, but he's currently on trial for federal securities fraud. All right, still ahead here on Local 4 News at noon, an alternative to the flu shot. We're going to tell you and show you the patch the doctors say uses micro needles to deliver the vaccine. Sound interesting, right, Brandon?
Absolutely, it does. Waiting for that story, waiting for storm development here. Our storm chances today have decreased. Storm Prediction Center, though, has increased part of our beautiful state with severe weather. And we'll bring you all the details as we have storms in sight today and tomorrow. Next.
A very special place created for boys and girls who share a unique bond.
It's really fun to see the friends that I've made there.
Started by a local family as a way to honor their loved one whose memory now lives on through these young artists and their work.
Working through art, you get to express your feelings.
Tonight at 11, we're taking you inside this art camp.
To basically help families such as ours who are going through a very traumatic period of their lives.
You'll see what these campers are doing to really make a difference and how your son or daughter can join them too.
Everest.
Discovers.
Happy Thursday afternoon. Starting out with our Local 4 storm pins here. This is a cool one from Westland. I mean, bragging a little bit. My tomatoes are not coming in yet, but look at that garden. They are starting to come in. This is, again, in Westland, and this is Castanese. No idea what that is, but thanks so much. The first tomatoes coming in Westland. We have a look at your numbers out there right now. A beautiful looking sky. Our temperatures are really going to start taking off after we sort of got rid of those high clouds. North winds right now, but they'll become more south-southwest, and the humidity gets creeping up just a little bit today. Storm Prediction Center has removed a lot of Metro Detroit from the risk category of severe weather, but our north zone along and north of M59, a chance late today. And look up in Traverse City, now included in this enhanced risk, numerous showers and storms producing dangerous weather to our north. A lot of our friends and family are up there, so we certainly hope they are taking the proper precautions. 88 degrees this afternoon, a few 90s, and again, humidity is up just a little bit. This evening and tonight, A few spotty storms, again, north of M59. Most of us are going to be good to go, but you do see some of the trouble that is moving through the UP and in northern lower, and you can see the clouds moving out of here. So with that, cannot rule out an isolated pop-up thunder shower later this afternoon, but I think, again, most of it is going to be late tonight through the overnight in our north zone. Tomorrow, a cold front will bring some scattered rain and thunder showers 5 or 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then we get a little bit of a break. It's still warm and muggy Friday. The afternoon, a cold front approaches, and we'll see numerous showers through the afternoon and evening Friday, but that cold front, Evrod, sets up beautiful weekend conditions.
All right, as long as it's good for the weekend, Brandon, thank you. Let's turn now to good health. Researchers from Georgia Tech and Emory University have developed a skin patch that uses micro needles to deliver the vaccine to combat the flu virus for those who really don't like getting the traditional shot.
In the U.S., only 40% of adults get the flu shot.
But that could change, according to results of an early clinical trial conducted by Emory University and researchers from the Georgia Institute of Technology.
A microneedle patch to a person using it looks a lot like a Band-Aid or a nicotine patch, but if you zoom in under the microscope, what you'll see is that there are some microscopically small needles. They puncture painlessly into the skin, they dissolve. Encapsulated within those microneedles is the vaccine, which is then released into the skin after a few minutes. We compared the immune response of a regular injection to that associated with the microneedle patch, and they were similar to each other. The microneedle patch may even be a little bit better.
One group of people in the trial used the patches on themselves.
And they did so successfully. Someday, we hope in the near future, people will be able to go to the store, pick up patches for themselves and the family, bring them home, put them on, and as a result, it will be much more accessible for people to get the vaccine.
Sounds interesting enough. Maybe not for everybody, but definitely something that you want to talk to your doctor about before you get your flu shot. Well, almost everyone has a Facebook account these days, and now researchers claim that they have found 4 types of Facebook users. See if you agree. The categories are relationship builders who use the site to stay connected with their family and real-life friends. Then you have town criers who want to inform everybody about what's going on. Then selfies. Those are people who like to use Facebook to self-promote. And window shoppers, those people who are always trolling. They want to see what other people are doing and stay up in everybody else's business. Researchers say that along with knowing the 4 groups, it's important to know which group belongs to you. Or you could be like my mom, who has an account, never uses it, right? All right, still ahead. All it takes is one wrong turn. We're going to tell you how this man ended up with his RV in someone else's pool. That and more when we come right back.
100.5